to your Wednesday Word Now, otherwise known as Storytime with Miss Emily Ann. Today we're picking up where we left off with the Illustrated Children's Bible. I'm going to apologize for the background sound. I got open windows because paint is drying. So, alright. Ooh, this is a classic. Alright, we're picking up in Genesis 22 with Abraham and his son Isaac. So let's get right into it. Alright, Abraham is tested, is what that says. You got Abraham, Isaac, angel, goat. Ram, goat. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure what the difference between a goat and a ram is, but I believe in your parents' ability to look that up. So, let's see. Alright. Isaac grew up to be a fine young boy, and his father and mother were very proud of him and thankful to God. But one day, God decided to test Abraham's faith. He told Abraham that he must offer the boy as a sacrifice. Whew. Abraham was heartbroken. I bet he was. Abraham was heartbroken, but his faith in God was absolute. So he prepared everything just as he had been commanded. But as he lifted up his knife, suddenly an angel spoke to him. Abraham, Abraham, don't harm the boy. I know now that you love the Lord your God with all your heart, for you would be willing to give up your own son. That would be hard. I have a son. That would be very hard. God sent a ram to be sacrificed in the boy's place, and the angel told Abraham that God would truly bless him and his descendants because of his faith. Abraham absolutely was a man of faith. That was a really, really hard thing to do, and he had to have had a lot of trust in God to do that. Okay. And God was incredibly worthy of that trust, and is. And he didn't have to actually sacrifice his son because there was a ram. Okay. Alright, this one is called A Wife for Isaac. Isaac's all grown up now. That is Isaac. And that presumably is the wife, or soon to be wife. And these are a variety of camels. When Isaac had grown into a young man, Abraham asked his most trusted servant to go back to his homeland and find a wife there for his son. This was a difficult task, and when the servant reached his master's hometown, he prayed to God to send him a sign. Let it be whoever comes to offer water, not just to me, but to my camels also. Before he had finished praying, beautiful Rebecca came out to draw water from the well. When the servant asked her if he might have a drink, she offered him her jar straight away and then hurried to draw water for his camels too. The servant thanked God for listening to his prayers. He then explained his mission to Rebecca, and when her father was asked, it was agreed that she should become Isaac's wife. When she traveled back to Canaan to meet her new husband, Isaac fell in love with her instantly, and she with him. It's so romantic. Alright, let's see. What is the next one? Jacob and Esau. This is Genesis 25 through 27, and this will be our last story for the day. So there's, that's Jacob. He's pretending to be Esau right now, but that's a spoiler. And that's his dad, and that's his mama. Alright. Rebecca was old before she became pregnant, and when she did, it was with twins. They seemed to kick and push so much inside her that she was worried, but God told her that the two boys would one day be fathers of two nations. The firstborn was a hairy boy, whom they named Esau, and his brother was called Jacob. When they grew up, Esau became a great hunter, while Jacob was quieter and spent more time at home. Isaac loved Esau, but Rebekah was especially fond of Jacob. One day Jacob was preparing a stew when his brother came in ravenous after a long trip. Ravenous means really, really hungry. Esau was so hungry that when Jacob told him he could only have a plate of stew in exchange for his birthright, he agreed. Birthright was like an inheritance. It was what you got when your father passed on. That was what your father left you. Not exactly in their will. I don't think it was that formal, but it's the firstborn son got whatever the father had when the father died. Was how that worked back in the day. They called it a birthright. Make sense? Let me know if it doesn't. Alright. Okay. In later years, Jacob cheated his elder brother out of his father's blessing too. When Isaac was very old and nearly blind, he wished to give his blessing to his eldest son, Esau. Jacob, with the help of his mother, disguised himself as Esau. He wore goat skins around his arms so that he would be hairy like his brother. When his father touched him, he believed him to be Esau and gave him his blessing to be in charge of the family when he died. When Esau found out what had happened, he was so angry that he wanted to kill his younger brother, so Rebekah sent Jacob away from home where he would be safe. And that is another very sad story where brothers are not getting along. We had that with Cain and Abel too. Bit of a theme. So if you got a brother or a sister, go hug them and tell them you love them. I'll see you next week.